How's everything been going in the lead up to Colorado this week so far?
It's been going good. Obviously, some adjustments with Coach going on calling plays and stuff like that. But right now, we're just trying to, get everything going. That way, we're ready to go against Colorado.
What has been the biggest adjustment in that play calling from Ronald so far?
I think a lot of it is just like figuring out signals. Like we're not doing a lot of huddle no more, so we got to figure out signals and be able to line up and execute the plays at a high level. So right now, it's just trying to get the signals down, just trying to get the tempo going. Like we want to play fast as we can, so we're just trying to figure all that stuff out right now.
Jim, what are the challenges associated with that, would you say?
Challenge-wise, anytime you kind of change the offense in the middle of the season, like it's kind of, like a big deal. And then not only that, but a new play caller. So a lot of it's just like getting adjusted. You got to figure out his tendencies. You want to know like what we're going to run on certain downs. Like even if you necessarily don't know, usually when we plan like, oh, these are the plays we look for on third down. Right now we're kind of just like, okay, well, whatever he calls and whatever whatever we're supposed to do is going to be what we run. So right now it's just trying to get adjusted to that and just know what to do.
But they're all plays that were already in your playbook, but situationally you may be doing some different things because
Right.
it's him. So the biggest challenge would really be from the signals and get everybody on the same page.
Right. Yeah, I think like when you look at our offense, it's like an NFL style offense. So like, if you ever watch those like mic'd up things on the NFL where the play calls are like 10 seconds long, it's like that. So when you got that long of a play call and you got that many words, you got to have a signal for every single word. That's probably like the biggest challenge. But right now we're getting up early. We've come up here the last 2 days and came up early and gone over signals as a team and stuff like that. So right now we're just trying to do that and be ready to go on Saturday.
Do you think there's a particular position that might be hardest on due to the operation?
Honestly, I think it's even for everybody. Obviously the quarterback, you got to know where everything's going to go. It definitely does help knowing that we have the same type of plays. That's not the worry. I think a lot of it's just like being able to look to the sideline, get the play, and be able to execute it instead of having to hear it in the huddle, process everything, and then get going. So.
How do you personally like that style? Because it seems like Guano, ever since he took over, it's all been tempo, making you guys run at practice, just urgency in general.
Oh, well, for me, like when I came from Oklahoma, I came from an offense that like we were moving all the time. So this isn't like necessarily new to me. So, like I said, me just like trying to sit at home, like go over the film, like look at the signals and stuff, be ready to go. We're gonna be moving a lot faster, so it's gonna be like a lot of not gonna be as much subbing. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. So like when you're on the field, you got to know every single thing. Not everything's gonna be able to be personneled anymore. So for me, it's just like learning everything, knowing what to do. That way, if I'm on the field for 10 plays in a row, I'm ready to go.
You and Messiah expecting some more targets with the new play caller?
Well, we hope so. Yeah, me and Messiah, we work our tails off every day to try to not only have quarterbacks confident in us, but trust us enough to give us the ball. Obviously, game plan certain way. Sometimes we're going to cover, sometimes we're open. It's just one of those things where you got to rely on your quarterback, and you just got to do your job and get open. So that's going to be our focus. Is just being able to be like, hey, if like worst case scenario, we're here. So if you need us, like hit us. So. Personally, like I want a lot more targets. I know Messiah wants a lot more targets, so we're just going to be available and do what we can to get the ball.
How can your size like that kind of open up things for receivers too? If defenses have to worry about you guys getting the ball as well.
Me personally, like I think just guys like EK and Gio, it definitely opens it up for more. And so instead of being able to bracket coverage and have them get covered by two people, and like you're gonna have a tight end in the middle that can make plays. When you have Messiah who's 6'6", 6'7", you can throw like almost anything top shelf. You can go get it, and then. Not to disrespect any linebacker, but there's not probably one linebacker in the country that can guard me. So I'm just, that's where I'm at in terms of just trying to do what we can to be able to get open and make plays.
Do you think it increases the potential, at least, for more procedural penalties or guys not getting lined up exactly as they should be?
I think we're definitely have to just hit that when it comes. Like right now in practice, it's kind of just been more like we got to get used to everything. I think when it comes down to it, like obviously. If you're on the play 10 or you're on the field 10 plays in a row and like you're tired and we call a hard count, like sometimes it's gonna be hard not to jump. So I think that's just gonna be like a discipline thing that we got to get going. Like just like all of us just got to know like, hey, like this is the cadence, like just know what to do.
What's the feel with sort of the uncertainty of the quarterback situation amid all of these other changes with the play calling and having to adjust to that too?
For me, like I'm confident in anyone that we put in the back there. I know obviously like everyone has their struggles, everyone has their like things they go through. So like whether it's Trenton or whether it's Coben, I was talking about Trenton's brother. Whether it's Emory or Trenton, like we're confident in either one of them. Both of them have produced, both of them have had their issues. So it's one of those things where it's like you got to trust anybody that's back there. So for me, I'm relying on any of them. We all rely on the quarterback. So they're going to both be ready to go by Saturday. I know that for sure.
Just a quick reflect. Oh, sorry. Just one more quick. Just a quick reflection on the Stanford game. Just sort of the struggles, I guess, in the back half of that game. What do you sort of attribute to that? You mentioned, not having Elijah getting bracketed and things like that. Did you think that played a big role in that?
I think a lot of it is just like adjustments. A lot of it is just coming down and going into halftime, knowing what you're going to do. I mean, when you score 14 points first half and you don't score any in the second half, obviously there's something going wrong. So I think for us, a lot of it is just going to be getting a lot down the play calling, getting down to like what we need to do in order to win and in order to like be a good second half team. I feel like we haven't been a great second half team so far, so I feel like that's something we definitely need to like improve on. So going into this week, that's been our focus, just try to get right, and like we want to put points on the board. Y'all have seen us put up points against Washington, and so we know we can do it. It's just going to be one of those things where it comes down to it, we've got to execute.
What kind of stands out about Colorado's defensive approach or anything else?
They're going to play a lot of man, I think. Obviously they've seen the film on how like certain guys are. Hopefully that opens up stuff for us a little bit, not necessarily getting the ball as much. So hopefully it opens some stuff up for us. But I think like a lot of it is like we have better athletes than they do. I feel like we're a better team. Like I know we're 2-5, but I feel like we are like such a better team than like a lot of like people perceive. So for us now, it's just winning every game we possibly can, going into Colorado, like making a statement, and then get ready to come back and play UCLA here and have an upset. So
Thanks, Jalin.
thank y'all.